Thomas Bird with Paychex, the man responsible for my paychecks. If he's not responsible for yours, he should be. Thomas Bird, the man with a plan, Boy Scout extraordinaire.
Right.
Please welcome Thomas Bird.
I like it. I like it. Well, I'm done.
I'll be stepping out at 12:45, not because of what you're having to say, but because I've got to get to another meeting. So.
Guess that's going to sway my vote.
Please, neighbors, can we do the intro over again? For the video? Oh, yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, thank you, everybody. I didn't know everybody wanted to see me, that everybody showed up today. That's great. Thank you, guys. So I'm with Paychex, and a little while back, in my 60-second, I said Paychex is more than just payroll. And so today I kind of want to go a little bit deeper into that and talk about human capital management. So when we're talking about that, what is human capital? Anybody?
Human what?
Human capital.
Our employees. Your investment.
Employees? Yeah. So beyond that, individually, the employees, their skills, their knowledge, their background, their insights, just the collective group and what that all brings to your company. You hear a lot of times, my company's greatest asset is my employees. And so what they're really saying there is that human capital. That's what drives the business. That's what keeps clients coming back, is those positive relationships, the interactions that they have, the responsiveness, the level of service. And so human capital is really the driving force behind your business. So when looking at employees, happy employees are productive employees, of course, and clients can see if somebody's a happy employee. There was a recent poll that said 4 out of 5 employees would rather receive a new benefit over a pay raise, which you know that well, I'm sure. And just a little plug, when my wife went on maternity leave, Aflac was great. So the first thought, though, is, well, I can't afford health insurance. I can't do an employee match on a 401k. And yeah, those are great benefits, but there are so many other benefits beyond that that can really enhance your employees' happiness at the company. Because what does it take to train a new employee? A lot of time, money. I have a friend who's in insurance, and he had to let an employee go, and taking over what she was doing took away from what he was doing. And then training somebody once he hired her, he could see a definite drop in productivity on his level. So when it comes to human capital, I like to think of it as, what's your company culture? Do you have a company culture? Has anybody thought about what your company culture is? What do you think the greatest benefit to your culture is to your employees?
I think one of the biggest benefits to the culture is that they feel like they own part of the company in a way. They're contributed to that culture, and so they're invested in it, and that keeps them motivated to keep working hard and do it good for the customer.
Absolutely, definitely. So I'm going to pass around one of the things that it's a nice little visual on the employee life cycle. So just an overview of your employee's time with the company, from when you hire them to when they retire, or when you let them go, or when they choose to move on. And of course, it starts with onboarding. When the employee's hired, that first day, what does that look like? One of the most important questions, one of the most important answers your employee will, of course. So one of the most important answers to a question is, when that employee comes home from his or her first day, spouse, significant other, mom, dad, whoever, will ask, how was your first day? And the response to that tells a lot about the future of that employee. Was it positive? Did they feel like it was a place where they can grow, where they're going to be valued? Or was it just a complete cluster, unorganized, and they're saying, this place is a mess? So starting with, this is an overview of basically how we can help our clients create that culture that they want or enhance the culture that they already have. So starting with recruiting and applicant tracking, basically what we've done is we've allowed for a small business to have all of the resources of a Fortune 500 company. So you're hiring an employee, you have a job description, and where do you put it? So what we do is we take that job description, or help you write the job description, and we put it out to all the major, Monster, Indeed, all of those. And so the prospective employee fills out an application, and then we put specific filters in there for you. So I actually had a client who, he has one employee, the employee was leaving, so he put a job posting on Craigslist. He got 900 resumes.
Oh, wow.
But that's kind of just randomly throw some out and look through. So we put those filters in there, so you're only getting the candidates that you want. So once the application comes in, you decide you want to interview them, you contact them, go through the interview process. It sounds great, we want to extend a job offer. Electronically send out a job offer, they accept, they can fill out all of their information prior to the first day. That automatically feeds into payroll, benefits, everything. So this employee is sitting there saying, I got this email, fill in all my info, my paperwork's done, so my first day, I'm not spending the first 2 hours going over paperwork and asking, what about benefits, when do they start? So really, really slick, cool onboarding process. So again, everything comes in electronically. All of that is managed on that magical cloud that everybody's talking about these days. And it feeds straight into the payroll system. So as far as back work, the info is already there. No more administrative process in loading that. All of the company documents can be stored electronically, including employee handbook. The employee handbook it has this idea of, I have an employee handbook, so I'm good. But really, it's a living, breathing document. Laws change, policies change. As you grow or as you change direction, you want to make some changes there. So what's nice is when those changes are made, it's sent out to each employee. They look at it online, electronically sign, yes, I've reviewed it, and then it's time stamped and dated. So no filing paperwork or looking through their employee file to make sure that they signed the update if there ever is an issue. On the HRS, administer performance reviews. Performance reviews a lot of times are viewed as, okay, it's time to ask for a raise, so let's do a performance review. Yeah, I can see that. But when done correctly, what it is it's an opportunity for the employee and owner, manager, peers to come eye to eye on where am I really in my growth and my position, and how can I be coached to be better? Or how can I help others be better? You can see you have these great strengths in these areas, and we're having some issues in those areas in other parts. So let's have you help coach and train some of the other employees to be better. Bring everybody up together. And then great resource in there is the total compensation summary. Because part of when somebody asks for a raise, they say, well, I'm worth a lot more than $15 an hour. Well, yes, you are. Here's your total compensation summary that shows what you're really worth to the company, because they only think of that hourly wage or salary. They don't think about all of the other benefits that they're receiving. So let's see, health insurance management, great tool for not only the company but the employees. The employee can have access online to all of their health insurance information. It really empowers them to be proactive, find doctors in network, see what's covered, and giving them that access. Also, part of that onboarding process with the enrollment, they're automatically sent the enrollment information. So you don't have to track, okay, they've been here 90 days or they've been here 6 months, we need to get them enrolled. That's automatically done on your behalf. And then benefits administration, like I said, automatic new hire and enrollment, eligibility, move on to the time and attendance. This is, it's pretty cool what we've done recently. In the last 2 years, we've invested about $70 million into really not just catching up to technology, but trying to get ahead, because it's always moving. You know, you work on something grassroots and try and build it, and you come out with it, and it's exactly what you wanted, but you're now a year behind. So what we've done is we went out and we partnered with a company, and everything worked great. So we actually purchased the best in the industry time and attendance software, so that from the gates we're leading the pack. So this enables online scheduling, multiple levels, managers, departments. Employees can log in, see their schedule, request time off. That request is sent directly to the manager, whoever, or owner, whoever it might be. When those requests come in, all of the requests are listed, and they can look on the schedule and say, okay, you know, that's not going to work because this person's off, instead of pulling out a calendar and flipping through. And also mobile punch. So anybody that has employees that are on the go, whether it's construction and they're working multiple jobs, and you want to do job costing to make sure profitability is there, you're budgeting for the next jobs, so they can clock in and out when they get to that next project. The nice thing about that is you can see on a map where they clocked in. You don't have to tell them that. That's kind of the big brother thing, right? But you can also enable geofencing. So this person can only clock in this little box that I put on the map. Or they can only clock out at this other box on the map. So instead of, you know, meeting some buddies at the bar for a couple of drinks and then clocking off, they're actually in that area. So then all of that information is fed directly into the payroll. So you're not having to take that info, then feed it into your payroll software, or send it to your payroll specialist, send it to accounting department, however you do it. Employees have access online to pay stubs, W-2s, and then on the benefits side, it's pretty cool. We have our Paychex app allows the employee to, where's my phone doing that? So the employee can log in, and it's kind of small, but they have their check stubs. They can view their retirement, their 401k, and we're the third-party administrator, so they still get to work with John as their advisor. But within there, they can make changes in contribution amounts, do rollovers, request loans. So it's taking the administrative burden off of the employer when you have that employee who wants to change his contribution amount every 4 weeks because money's tight, and I have a big check coming up, so I'm going to up it, and now money's tight, so I'm going to shrink it down. So it enables them to be a little bit more hands-on and proactive in that. As well as health insurance benefits. They can go in there, see any bills, anything outstanding. Okay. And along with that, they get a health advocate. So, you know, employee has questions on why wasn't this bill covered? Or, you know, why is it so much? I thought it was only going to be this much. You as the employer, I don't know, that's just the plan we chose. I don't know anything more than that. So they have a direct contact to get insurance and the doctor or provider on the line and sort out those differences for your employee. So then coming into retirement, we handle COBRA administration, which I don't know if anybody's had to deal with administering COBRA. You know, it's employee counts a little higher before that's required, but you actually have a lot of responsibilities in COBRA administration. And so we take on those responsibilities, do the tracking, making sure the payments are made, and everything on that end that I'm happy I don't know much about. Unemployment administration. So if you let somebody go and they file for unemployment, we're notified along with you, and we give you a call and say, hey, do you want to appeal this application for unemployment? If you do, here are all the documents you need for the appeal process. We automatically appeal it on your behalf and then get you ready for that appeal. We can't be on the phone with the judge for state law reasons, but we get you all the ammo you need to successfully win that appeal. Along with that, we audit your unemployment account because 1 in 10 businesses has an unemployment claim against the business for an employee that never actually worked for the business, which is 1 in 10 businesses, which is awesome because that only affects how much you're paying for an employee that never worked for you. So, you know, it's really all-inclusive from, like I said, from pre-hire to separation. What we want to do is give you, on any level, a couple of employees to however many, and at whatever level of service you want us to help, we want to empower the business to grow and create that culture that you want, that you've dreamed of, that your employees want. Create a space where the employees know that, yes, I am the greatest asset, and I am appreciated, and I'm going to work harder because of that. And I want to stay here. That's the biggest thing. You have a great employee, let's keep them around. That's about it. I know. How am I on time? Any questions? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you having a number of Tacoma businesses coming up and talking about changing their employee manual to account for the 3-day sick leave requirement for the city of Tacoma?
Not really, because honestly, not many businesses have an employee manual, and not many businesses update it. So the ones that do are, yeah, they're being proactive, and they want to make sure that they're doing it correctly so that they don't have any headaches down the road. But I was hoping to see more, just because it kind of gives an idea on where the importances are in the business. So on the compliance side, it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. It needs to be tracked if you want to renew your business license, right?
Deal with any workers' comp issues?
So on the L&I side, basically, we handle the L&I. We don't, any attorney stuff, we don't do any legal advice. You know, we refer that to attorneys, whoever it might be.
And education for healthcare?
Yeah. Do we still have a health insurance person in here?
It's
So we're the second largest health insurance agent in the nation. So we have access to thousands of plans, and with that, I have a partner that I work with who knows the state in and out, can give all the information they need, can do on-site enrollment meetings, and like I said, the health advocate to help in those situations.
That's part of compliance now?
Yes.
So,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The getting a lucky break this year, the 80 to 100 or 80 employees and up is only, well, the penalty is applied on 80 and up this year. Next year is 30. Yeah, so $2,000 an employee.
And it can be back,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So, anything else? What? State unemployment insurance. So, but again, my main goal when I meet with a client is to make sure that I get a full overview of what they want to do, and then present solutions that I feel can be beneficial. Nothing more. Nothing that I know they will probably never use. Just something that's going to help them increase efficiency, save money in the long run, and reduce the liability on the business. So, thank you guys.